Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my page, y'all. Welcome to the replay. Come on in. This is A to Z Designs. My name is Amy. If you don't see a red box right there, that means you're catching the replay. I've got some Christmas stuff. What do we call this? Christmas floral? I don't know. All right, y'all. Today is happy Thursday, everybody. November 9th. We are going to do club project number 3 so far this month. And I'm going to give you some inspiration on how to use the club transfer and the free accessory that you get. So when you hop on Say Hey, hopefully all the things are going to work. What do y'all say? Should we say a prayer? Let's say a prayer. Okay, so frame is the key word, F-R-A-M-E. Let me scoot you back. I've got several things here that we're going to be working with. If you're having a hard time seeing the stuff, just hit that down arrow to get rid of the comments, okay? First thing is first, we're going to use our pedestal frame. This is reusable, which means you can take off your design, and it's double-sided. And then this guy comes out, but I think I screwed it in way too hard the last time. But I promise you it will come out and it won't be too hard for you. Hey, Stacy and Michelle and Virginia and Jeannie. What's up, girlfriend? Okay, so pretend this wasn't that tough. Let me see. What can I use? Oh, here we go. I just want to show you how this works. There we go. So I got some needle nose pliers. We've got several things to do here today, but when you get your pedestal frame, like it's going to come like this in the box. Okay, so it's 3 pieces. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of leave it unassembled. You like my shirt? So I wore this shirt today. Ooh, Jeannie, that's exciting. Getting ready for your craft sale this weekend. Hi, Jennifer and Peggy and Barbara. You love starting my day, your day with me, and ending your day. So this morning, we went to the Veterans Day performance at the school. So I wore this shirt, and Jackson had a speaking part in the performance. So Zach and I showed up today. It was an hour long, y'all. Like, it was a big deal. The entire school loaded up into the gym, and the choir sang songs. There were veterans there who introduced themselves. Several of the kids had speaking parts. So it was good. I'm glad we went. Got to see Dylan over, sitting with his class, and he's like this, almost like, oh, hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. So we did that. It was super fun. But now we're back, and we're getting busy. It is raining here in Dallas today, and the temperatures are going to drop a little bit. So here's the deal. The bottom of this has a hole where you screw your parts, right? And so we did this for, I don't know, fall. Even though it's fall, like when we were fall crafting, we did this, and I just took off the other side. I did put a paste scraper in the supply list. This is really handy to have, okay? So comment frame, and that will send you all of the information. So we're going to use our club transfer. But as I mentioned, I've got some things to do. So I've got these itty bitty snowflakes. I went out to Zach, and I'm like, hey, you got any snowflakes that I can use for my project? And of course, he pulled out his handy dandy supply of extra stuff. And so I grabbed those. So I'm going to start by painting these white with our chalk paste. It's bright white is the color. And then I'm doing the white because it's kind of like a background, like a primer. I don't know. Primer. Anyways, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but we're going to put the color of the month right on top of this. And so usually with that, because it's a lighter color for the color of the month, it kind of helps bring it out a little bit more. That's the word I'm going for. I don't know, y'all. But this is now going to dry. It is cooler. Yes, it is cooler. Hi, Erin and Annette and Linda. What are y'all doing today? It's Thursday. It is Thursday. The boys have a 3-day weekend. And, you know, we're still celebrating her birthday. They remind me it's still their birthday week. So tomorrow they have asked me to order their favorite breakfast, which is Chick-fil-A. And then they want Starbucks on Saturday. So they're fancy. Very fancy. Hi, Patty. How are you doing? All right, so next we're going to take the color of the month. This is about to be gone. We were told yesterday it may last through the weekend, but there is no guarantee. And in order to get it, you must purchase $75 on my website, the chalk website, in order to unlock it. So you probably want to stir this if it's sat for a little bit of time, just to stir those shimmers in. But we're going to take this. This is called Glacier. It's like icy blue, y'all. And I'm just kind of offloading some of the excess on the side of my jar. And we're just giving these snowflakes like an icy look. And it's probably going to be hard to see for y'all, but it's there, okay? So I will tell you that the shimmers are not the greatest to paint with, but I have used them several times just to kind of like dab the color on, okay? So just keep that in mind. I mean, you can absolutely paint with them and then put something on top of it, but just know it is not going to be like a smooth finish, because there are itty bitty bitty tiny glitter-ish type things, okay? So I added a little bit of it. Again, it's hard to see, but it kind of gives it that icy look. So let's see what our project turns out to be. I know, Michelle, their birthday week. And, you know, we're having a family get together on Saturday, and we were going to heat up the pool. But y'all, it's supposed to be cold. It's fine. Kids don't really care, right? Hi, Shirley. All right, so when you join my club, it's $21.99 a month. You always get a transfer of the month, and you get 3 colors that coordinate with that transfer, and you're always going to get a free accessory. And so far, it's always been like a shape that is reusable. It's like a cutout, and it's got our boutique finish on it. And this guy, if you notice, fits the snowman. So we're going to use this today, and we're going to use our transfer. Let me get this out here. Hi, Christine and Juanita. Hello, friends. Hey, Cheryl. Thank you for sprinkling. Annette, I hope you feel better soon. Your kids had off all week. Wow. Isn't that special? All right, so check it out. So this, I need to make sure I remember, is the bottom. So I'm going to lay that down like so, and we're going to grab our transfer. So anytime you use these sticky transfers, because they are reusable, you typically want to fuzz. Now, the more you use them, like, the less sticky it's going to be. Not that, like, you can't use it, but sometimes you won't have to fuzz as much. So my plan here today is to put this snowman right in the center, because I want to be able to put this little shape that fits perfectly in this frame, by the way. It's called the pedestal frame. We're going to put it right in here. And ideally, all we want to do is chalk around it. That makes sense. So I'm going to start by pressing from the center out and like creasing the edges as I get to them. Okay. All right, I think we're good there. And if you don't have like fingernails to do this, all you need to do is just take one of your squeegees and just kind of push in the corner and along the edges. Like that, just to make sure that it's down, it's stuck, you know, because not everybody has somewhat of a fingernail to do that. All right, so I think we're good. Let me just make sure all of my air bubbles are out 100%. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Yes, your transfer can fold. Yes, it can bend. Yes, it can do all the things, and it's going to be completely fine. Okay? Now, I'm just going to do this entire thing in Shimmer Frost, which is one of the colors that you get in your kit. Okay? Because, as I mentioned, this little guy is going to go right here in the center and have all the pretty around it. All right, here we go. So I'm going to grab a small squeegee and go to town. So all you do is just drag that paste over that screen to make sure that it ends up on your surface. And remember, y'all, this frame is reusable. So you can change out your home decor in no time. Okay, so I'm going to turn it, and now I'm going to work this way. So I make sure I get all of the corners, all of the edges, and that you cover the entire screen. And the shimmers do take longer to dry, okay? So just remember that. I mean, don't sit here and take too long. Like, don't walk away and go put your lunch in the microwave while you have your paste sitting on your transfer in your screen. You do not want it to dry in your screen, because then when you go to peel it up, it's going to stay in your screen and not on the surface. Okay. If I join the club, is it month to month? So, completely understand, Patty. So it is a 3-month commitment, but you are charged on the 5th of every month. And then after the 3 months, if for whatever reason you don't like it, you can cancel. All right. All right. So let's peel this up and look what we have. That by itself is really cute on a pedestal, sitting on a shelf, on your counter, wherever it may be. Okay, so now what we're going to do is wash this. Okay, oh look, found a board eraser. Hot dog. Hey Wanda, thank you. Hi Nyla. Hey Renee, how are you? Deborah and Karen. Hey friends, thank you for joining me. I look forward to this time. Like, I was sitting there messing around with my computer, doing some other things, and I'm like, you know what? It's time. Like, I just had this feeling. I look at the clock, and I'm like, yep, time to go check on my friends. See what they're doing today. All right, so I'm going to grab a paper towel before we flip this over. This does have shimmer in it, so I'm just going to help that shimmer move along and go somewhere else other than my transfer. Then I'm going to flip it. This has the shimmer on it, but I wash these all the time in my washing machine. Okay, so we're going to flip it over. So now it's sticky side up, facing the ceiling, facing the sky. This is the sticky side that we're cleaning off now. Okay, so you want to make sure you get all of that paste off, because you want to be able to reuse this multiple times. That is the beauty of it. All right. Hey. Hi, Ellen. You can, Christine, you can actually now pay in like monthly chunks. How's the word? Exactly what you said. You can pay all your months in advance, and you actually get a better price when you do it that way. So when you go to join the club, I think the very first screen that you go to when you click join Club Couture, you'll see the different options that you have. I've had some of my club members do that as well, because at the end of the day, it does save them some money. Great point, Christine. Great question. All right, so now I'm going to put this on the backer sheet. Not great, because we're going to use it again. I just remembered. Okay. set that over there. So this is what we have so far. All right, see all the detail in the background? But now we're gonna take this guy. This is the free accessory. I'm gonna get my black paste out. We're gonna do this. Let me grab my transfer again. Here we go. Hi, Roxanne. So I'm gonna fuzz this because every time you clean it, you are removing the lint that you originally put on it during your little crafting session, okay? So now we're gonna take this and we're gonna line it up perfectly with our transfer. It's pretty awesome, y'all. This stuff is so cool. If you've never tried it, this is the way to go. All right, so there's that. It is pressed down. So now we're gonna just take black paste and go over the snowman. Okay. So let me grab a mini squeegee. That's what I have here. We're just gonna go over the entire thing, which is just the snowman part, because the screen isn't gonna touch like over here where the tree is and the music notes, or the hymnals or whatever, the music sheet music. It's not touching a surface. So, I mean, I don't feel like pasting my table. So I'm just gonna focus on the snowman shape itself and do that. Grab some more. And then you'll just clean your transfer again, y'all. That's all it is. It's like paste, lift up, clean. The story of our life, right? Paste, lift up, clean. Have fun. Craft. Make pretty things. Enjoy the moments, right? Okay, so that is done. So now we're going to close this up and take this off of our little shape. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Oh my goodness. That is adorable. Look at Mr. Frosty. I am so cute. Yes, Wanda, this is November transfer, November club. Okay, so because I am who I am, I want to clean this really quick because the black makes a mess. Hi, Penny. All right, so board eraser again. Take off all of that black paste. You can take this to your sink, y'all. Sometimes it's easier to do that than in the space that you're crafting. I do it specifically so that I can show you guys the process. I'm a visual learner, so I like to see how it's done. From step 1 to 99, however many steps it takes. Okay, and I am just using tap water, or you can use tap water. I keep distilled or purified water in my mister because in the event I need to spray some in one of my jars of paste, I have it handy. You don't want to use tap water in your jars. At least I don't, because I don't want it to grow mold. So there's that. Okay, face down, sticky side facing up. Line up the corners, line up the edges. Do your best to make sure that it's flat and that it doesn't have any bubbles. And now you're on your way to making another project with your club transfer. Okay, now you can only get this in November while supplies last. Club is $21.99 US, $27.99 Canadian. It is. The frame is a chocolate pour frame. It's pedestal, double-sided. So we did a little fall decor on this side, and I took off this side and added our snowman. And it comes with this, and it screws in. So just comment the word frame, and it'll send you a message, and you can get all the things. Okay? Oh, Barbara, you're fancy. You're fancy, girl. All right, so I want to dry this because I'm going to grab my glue dots and we're going to try and get a little fancy today. Not sure how that's going to work out, but we're going to try it, right? You never know till you try. So you want to make sure that this is dry before you go on to the next step and you start working with this, because if it's not, then you're going to have black paste everywhere, okay? If you're a designer, do you get the cutout? Yes, Lisa, you do. You just do not get the packets of paste that come with it. Okay, so in your club packet, you're going to get the 3 colors that come with this month. Shimmer Frost, Eucalyptus, and Currant Jam. The Currant Jam's in here somewhere. There it is. Along with several other things. Currant Jam, Eucalyptus, and Shimmer Frost. Okay? And then if you're a club member of mine, make sure you're in my VIP group because we offer specials on the club colors. Okay? So, let me stick all of this back in there. And let's see what damage can be done with what I'm trying to do. I don't know if I want to use this or if I want to use, I have like sweater material ribbon and see which one I like best. Okay. We're going to get really brave up in here today, y'all. So this is like, you see how it's like, it's thick and it's like a sweater. But what I'm going to do is cut this, actually. Cut it down to where it's the same width as the, whatever, the ribbon or bow that's on the snowman's hat. See if that fits. Like so. Okay, and then I'm going to cut it right there. Just like so. Hey, hey! My last 2 monthly club transfers. Oh no! Kimberly, you need to reach out to customer service. That's not good. You should. Okay, so we're going to do that. All right, let me cut this just a little bit more. So I thought about gluing this on, but then I changed my mind. Because if I wanted to use the shape again, I can remove this paste and put something else on it, like a different color. All right. I don't know. We're just going to try it, y'all. Okay. Glue dots for the win. If y'all don't have some of these, you need to run fast and go get some. These are a lifesaver, especially if you don't want to permanently glue something down on one of your projects. So we're going to do that. And then I grabbed some of this from my stash. These are like pinched in. So I'm just going to pull these out. And we're going to separate these. And I'm going to use glue dots on these as well. And hopefully I've inspired you to do something fun and creative like this. Thanks, Donna. How are you today, Donna? Are you having a good day? Okay. So see what I have so far. All right. Then I grabbed some berries. Y'all, I'm opening the wrong drawer. It's driving me nuts. Okay, so I'm going to clip off some of these and see if I can get these to stay with glue dots. These are very sticky. Oh, yes. This is from like a big old arrangement that I got, I think from Dollar Tree a while back. But y'all know that you can just take your things and I don't know, take them apart and use them. Okay, so let's do another one. You always got to have 3 berries, don't we? Hey, Simone, I'm telling you, where will you put the snowman you are working on? I'm going to put that right here on the frame. I'll show you here in a second. Okay, so there is the hat with the berries. Oh, what do y'all think? I think that's super cute. I love that. Okay, so now he's got a bunch of these around his neck. So what I want to do is put them kind of like a necklace around the neck of the snowman. Thanks, Renee. I appreciate that so much. I am not very creative, y'all. Trust me. A lot of y'all might think so, but some days are hard. Like, do y'all ever have like creative block? Okay, so there's that one. These are like almost like not felt, foam material. Thanks, Michelle. Thanks, Patty. Hey, Christy, you are welcome to ask all these new questions. You are welcome to ask all questions, regardless if you're new or not. That's what I meant to say. We so appreciate you being here. Welcome to the fun. I think you will grow to love everybody here. We sure do have a fabulous time. No question, in my opinion, is dumb. And if somebody tells you otherwise, then you just send them to me. Okay? We don't tolerate that here. All right, so the berries on this one are going to be on the opposite side of our hat. And then I'm just, so the glue dots are round, and I'm just kind of like molding them to the shape of the actual berry itself, so that you don't really see them. I mean, they're clear, but just so you're aware. Okay, so that's what we have. This is really cute, y'all, look. Oh, yes. Questions are how we learn. That's right, y'all. This is really cute. I'm really liking this. Now, I want to try something. I have the thinnest ribbon in my hand. I am going to try and see if I can get this little piece to be like a pattern on the hat. Oh my God, I think it's gonna work. Okay, hold on, I gotta concentrate. Look at this. Look at it. It's buffalo plaid. It's fine. That's okay, Michelle. We love you, right? Okay, so let me put this up. And then I'm going to grab the pedestal. So I am also going to glue this, not glue it, glue dot it to my frame. Okay, so see how this goes on? You get all 3 of these pieces, the base, this long screw piece, and then of course the frame. And it is double-sided. You can remove this and put something else on it. But ideally, oh yes, that is really cute. Okay, so because I may reuse the shape, and of course I want to reuse the surface, I'm just going to glue dot the snowman right here on the frame so that I can remove it. And then I've got some bigger ribbon for something on the base. Not really sure what we're gonna do with it, but, and then I got some of this, which I think matches the berries. So Christy, I hope you see it. It's coming to life, right? All right, let me just string this out and grab the buffalo check, and I'm just gonna wrap it around the back, or the little base piece, the little screw part, and then, I don't know, y'all, try and tie a bow to where you can see both colors. Probably not, but we'll see how it works out. Stay. It's not staying. Maybe if I lay it down. So I just always try and incorporate the colors in my project with my ribbon, if I can, at all times. Doesn't always work that way, but some days are better than others. But just something simple. Like, this is not the greatest bow, but it's something just to bring in the different color of the red. And then I'm gonna glue dot this to the top or to the bottom of my frame so that it doesn't slide. Okay? Very simple. Like, the bow's hideous in my opinion, but you know, you can work with it. I don't feel like working with the bow right now. What do y'all think? Isn't that super cute? So have fun with it. But these are reusable. So the shape and the board, the frame is reusable. That's why I use glue dots. Y'all like it? Hit the heart button.
You say you're not creative.
Hush. So I love it, y'all. What do you think? Let me know. We'll see you next time. Bye, friends.